What's going on, guys? Aggronix here, and welcome to week 1 of the Pick'em Cruise for the 5th season, season 5 of the ELYSIAN League. Today I'm joined by two fantastic human beings and two of the best battlers in this league. First, we have Mega Cubchoo.
Hey, what's up?
And secondly, we have the modern Erasmus. I think we'll just call him Erasmus.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, that's fine. So,
What's up, guys?
we have these two gentlemen, and they're going to go through each and every battle that's going to take place this week. There are 8, of course, 16 players. And it's going to be a lot of fun. If you guys are excited, make sure to heavy slam the like button down below first and subscribe if you're not already to become a member of the Aggronix. That being said, we're going to jump into the first battle. I guess we'll just start straight off the bat. We'll go with Erasmus and Orp versus Farouk. So if you guys, I sent them pictures of basically the team matchup and what you're seeing right now. So we'll basically talk about this. So you see the teams in front of you.
I'll excuse myself from this one because, you know, it's
yeah. So
match.
basically what we're going to do is for each person's game, you know, we'll have Erasmus say something short at the end if he wants to, but me and him on top will just take it. Him on top. Whoa!
Come on! Wow.
Sorry, him on top was in front of me with Farouk's team. I'm sorry. Okay, so.
Damn, he just dropped the voice chat.
Alright, I'm back. I'm back.
Cubchoo was like, "Fuck this dude." He called me him on top. Fuck this dude. No, but Cubchoo, do you want to start on Erasmus or Farouk, or will I?
I'll start. I'll say a few things. The first thing I noticed is the Breloom can actually I think besides Charizard can actually handle a fair amount of his mons. Erasmus's Breloom, that is.
Yeah.
It can take on Greninja, which is honestly the most important thing. Even the fuck's his name? Marowak, you can spore it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like one of its biggest issues. You can just put it to sleep.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, I think Breloom was a pretty decent matchup. It has problems with mons like Delmise and Bronzong.
Charizard.
And Charizard, of course, but
yeah, Charizard's the biggest issue. But if you get a Rock Tomb on a Switch, that's really key.
Battle Bond, Greninja, and Charizard X are just two crazy, scary threats. So, but to be honest, if there was any team where I feel like they'd be able to stop that, that core would be this team, because you have stuff like Landorus that can hopefully stop Charizard. Blastoise can take a hit from either one as long as Charizard isn't set up. But then you have Farouk, who has stuff like the Kyurem, who could be like a surprise sweep at the end, because it has good coverage for stuff like Landorus, Torn, Breloom, and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be a very, very interesting matchup. I think the most valuable mons. See, the thing is, actually, for me, I don't think Magearna actually has a fantastic matchup in this game, which is kind of funny.
It handles Greninja.
Yeah.
And
maybe
Kyurem, you're right.
Maybe Kyurem, depending on its set. But it doesn't have the best matchup, which I don't think that'll last too long. I think Magearna will sweep someone's team. But I think in this match, it'll really come down to how Erasmus handles the Charizard, and if Charizard's able to get up a Dragon Dance. If it sets up one Dragon Dance, it could be over, but we'll have to see. So, Cubchoo, do you want to give a score on who you think is going to win?
I don't want to call it, but I'll just I don't want to call a score, but I'm gonna say Erasmus.
Yeah.
Just with a sweep.
I'm gonna go to Erasmus as well. I think that Farouk just has too many things that can't beat Erasmus's team. Stuff like
Farouk. Also, I'm just gonna say Farouk doesn't really have walls.
Yeah.
It has Bronzong, and that's it.
And the walls that he does have lose to every mon that he has. Erasmus.
Or they're Eevee.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's not looking good for Farouk. But I mean, if he can use his offensive threats well, it might be pretty good battle. I think it'll be close no matter what, because But anyway, I'm gonna give it a 2-0 to Erasmus. Erasmus, do you want to say something short about this battle, or will we just move on?
Sure. Thank you guys very much for the confidence. This will be interesting, just because I have no idea what kind of battler Farouk is. He's new to our league, as well as, he just created the Showdown alt, so I've never seen him battle.
Powerful.
Exactly. He's got some big threats on his team, but I got some ideas, so, there's a few different ways I could play this. I haven't really decided which one to really nail down yet, but I got some ideas, so we'll see how those work out.
Yeah, it's going to be an
exciting
exciting
match.
match.
Both of you.
And, maybe Farouk will pull out the surprise win. Maybe he'll play fantastically. Who knows? We'll have to see. But
That's a possibility.
it's definitely
Yeah,
possible.
I wouldn't call it a surprise. Either way, his Frug's offense is nothing to laugh at.
Oh,
No,
absolutely.
yeah,
Nothing to
seriously.
forget about now.
Definitely has some of the best offense in the league, honestly.
Probably, yeah.
Zardex, Greninja, Alolan Marowak, and Kyurem. Like,
Yeah,
Mhm.
pretty
it's
tough.
intense.
Pretty tough. So we'll have to see how that happens, how that goes. It'll be an interesting game for sure. So we're going to move on. We're going to move on to the next game, which is Zilix versus Demonic. You have the team in front of you, of course.
Oh.
Zilix with his crazy three-man core of Landorus, Venusaur, and Milotic. And Demonic's team as well with Kartana, Volcarona, stuff like that. So pretty cool teams, both of them. So Erasmus, since you sat out the last one, do you want to start with this one, or?
Sure. So, first off, Zilix has quite possibly the best Fire, Water, Grass core in the league. Just want to put that out there. Like, that is really good. Adding on to the Landorus, that is some very potent kind of backbone glue for his team. Demonic's team, see, he has Volcarona, which is always incredibly scary, but he doesn't have a good defogger to go with it. Like, he has Kartana, but that really only pulls off a defog if you suicide with it or if you predict a switch.
Yeah.
If Volt gets set up, it kind of just beats Zilix's team if you weaken Melodic a little to kill it with the Giga Drain.
Yeah.
But otherwise, he's going to have a hard time breaking through Zilix's core.
Yeah, I agree. I'll just jump in quickly. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Real quick, Mega Venusaur, you always want to have at least a strong flying stab or strong psychic stab to take it on, and Demonic's only working with a Gallade and has no flying types, which is really interesting. But obviously then no flying stab. So
Yeah.
I think just Mega Venusaur by itself almost walls the team.
Yeah, I agree. I will argue one point of Erasmus's, that the Stealth Rock weakness Volcarona has. Zilix, only Stealth Rockers are Donphan and Mawile, so maybe like something
Landorus.
like... Landorus, I guess. But I don't know if he'd actually run that. So, stuff like maybe a Taunt Hydreigon or a Taunt Tyranitar if he really doesn't want to get rocks up, if he chooses Volk to be his main mon. But I agree. I think Demonic definitely has the lesser matchup. I think the odds are definitely stacked against him. Zilix, I think, is one of the best teams in the league, period. And we haven't really even talked about Pangoro, who, one-shots Kofag, one-shots Tyranitar, one-shots Hydreigon, stuff like that. So, I think
the
Zilix...
Z one too, so there's
exactly,
even more
yeah. Dude, Z
versatility with
shot,
it.
it's going to be crazy.
Yep.
So, I don't really see much, that Demonic can do. Obviously, it's Pokemon, if anything can happen, but it'll really come down to how he gets around that Venusaur and makes his Stealth Rock weaknesses, less important with Volcarona. So, Cubchoo, do you have anything to say on the game, or do you want to give it a score?
I think if Demonic wants to win, he's gonna have to set up.
Yeah.
Either with Lucario or Volcarona. Like, he needs to hardcore set up on some. Or get the ball rolling with Kartana, but I think that's impossible with the core.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty hard. So I'm gonna give my prediction. I think it's gonna be Zilix to win. I think he's gonna take a 3-0. Just because I feel like mons like Venusaur, Milotic, and even Donphan maybe, if he brings them, I feel like they won't die. Especially Venusaur and Milotic, I feel like they won't die. And I could see Landorus or even Pangoro sweeping in the end, something like that. So I'm going to say it's going to be a 3-0 to Zilix. Erasmus, what do you think?
I agree. I definitely think, Zilix is more likely to win here. One thing that Demonic has that could be a wild card is Ditto. Problem is, assuming you would copy something like the Landorus, you can't really use Landorus's moves to break through Zilix's core. Like, for example, with Rotom levitating, you can't Earth Power it.
Yeah.
So I think Demonic just has a very hard time breaking Zilix's core. Yeah. I don't know if I can go out and predict numbers they win by, honestly, but I think Zilix is probably going to take this.
Yep, fair enough. Cubchoo?
Bold prediction, 6-0.
By Zilix or Demonic?
By Zelix.
By
By
Zilix.
Zilix.
Interesting, alright.
Not as bold as 6-0 Demonic, but...
Yeah. I agree with actually what Erasmus said about the Ditto. Like, I was talking to, I think it was Joey, and he said Ditto was the wild card. But even then, like, what does he turn into that really, like, Pangoro would be stopped by stuff like Lando when it comes in and just kills it or whatever. And, like, even he changes into Lando, the Venusaur and the Melodic stop it. So, there's not really much that Demonic can do here, but we still have faith.
You know what actually would be kind of funny?
Pangora's probably his best bet because there's no dark resistance besides Mawile.
True.
Mawile. So, like, that's his best bet, or maybe, like, if he gets the Boom Burst. If it's special, Swallow, but that's honestly it. There's not room. Like, Zilix's team doesn't beat itself.
Exactly, I agree.
Yep.
So do you guys want to move on?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Cool. Alright, so move on to the next game. Oh shit, it's me. Alright. We have Joey versus myself. So you guys can decide between you who wants to go first. I'll just say quickly, I think it's going to be a really fun game. It's always fun to play Joey. And
Yeah.
good.
Damn, dude. Joey actually has a fucking good team.
Yeah, for once.
Like, it's a lot of weird mons you wouldn't think work together, but I can see it, like, just coming through. On the other hand, there's not... Like we said, there's never a Lele switch in, but he has Registeel as kind of his only Lele switch in. Maybe Aromatisse if he... Maybe... I don't want to calculate live, but... So... God, fuck you for getting Lele. That's all I got.
Dude, you
To
got
start
Mew.
off.
Fuck you for getting Mew. If you didn't get Mew, this would never happen.
I'm dropping Mew.
Dude, don't. Alright, Erasmus, what do you think?
Okay, so Joey has nothing for Lele. Like, even Registeel is easily 2-hit KO'd, assuming it's going for Focus Blast. And if you want to be a little bit more safe, HP Fire is a 3-hit KO, so it can switch in once, and then after that, not anymore. And then it just, OHKOs Joey's entire team. So just, like, basically you just kind of playing safe, wearing it down. Like, you don't even have to make any, big moves here. Just play it safe, get Lele in on some safe switches, and you'll just win, honestly. His team just can't stand up to it. It doesn't help that a lot of his mons are more on the slow side either, which Lele just absolutely annihilates. Plus, the Psychic Terrain helps you a lot because it means Pinsir can't quick attack spam, Piloswine can't use Ice Shard to make up for its low speed. It's not looking great for Joey here, I'm not gonna lie. Looking at your other mons, Mega Aerodactyl's pretty threatening to him because it deals with, it outspeeds Galvantula, it takes care of Pinsir, it takes care of Chestnut. Empoleon is not as good a wall as it usually is, just because he's got, like, a lot of mons which carry coverage for it, or else have stab like Galvantula, but it's still decent. Yeah, I don't think it's looking good for Joey. I will say Joey's team is more versatile than yours is, so, it's pretty easy to predict which 6 mons you're going to bring, or at least like 4 or 5 of the 6, but he doesn't have anything for your offensive core. Lele, Weevil...
Sorry, done. I thought you were done. My bad.
Oh, no worries. Like, Lele, Weavile, and Aerodactyl just kind of tear his team apart.
Aggron.
Yep.
I have a challenge for you.
Oh shit.
So, I want you to Ice Shard his Mega Pinsir with Psychic Terrain up. Because it goes through because he's off the ground. Do you accept this challenge?
Wait, what? Say that. Wait, say that.
So priority moves work if the Pokemon getting hit is off the ground. It's like Levitate or a Flying type.
Yeah.
So I need you to Ice Shard this Pinsir. You don't have to answer because I know you don't want to give anything away. It's just.
I make no promises, but it's a funny idea.
It's an option.
It's a funny idea. I will say that I feel like.
Or Latios. Latios is also valid. Sorry,
true. I will say that I feel like the matchup is slightly in my favor, but I obviously don't want to get overconfident at all. Because Joey has this thing where he will lose, he'll be 6-1 down in a game and then just win. So I really don't want to say anything too much. But however, I mean, Joey has admitted himself he has a lot of rust, so maybe I can hopefully get lucky and take a win here. So, do you guys want to give scores? You don't have to if you don't want to, but you want to give an idea?
2-0 either way.
2-0 either way? Yeah, I think that's pretty close.
I'll give it to you 3-0.
Woo! Woo! No, I won't. I'm gonna try not to get cocky. Yeah, I can't wait to play Joey. By the way, guys, obviously the battle's gonna go up in a few days. I'm pretty sure this is going up on like Wednesday or Thursday. So the battle will be going up on the weekend, and it's gonna be a pretty awesome game. Can't wait. So we'll move on to Cubchoo's game. Actually, we got.
Oh shit! I got it.
All right, we got Cubchoo versus Zen. The teams, as you can see them, are in front of you. Pretty interesting matchup. A lot of weird mons in both teams. So it's going to be interesting. Erasmus, I guess I'll just go ahead and start by saying that Zen doesn't have a great answer to Thunderous. You know, he spawns it out, speed it like Starmie. You know, Sucker Punch on Mawile. But Thunderous does really rip through his team. You have Electros that can take a hit, but, you know, only really, you know, 1 or 2, and then just dies. It's a weird matchup for sure. You have stuff like Infernape that one-shot certain mons, like, you know, Starmie, of course, and Mawile. So I feel like the matchup is definitely in Cubchoo's favor. You know, Zen does have some wild cards, obviously, like Mawile is always, you know, you always have to be scary, you know, very, very wary about it. And then you have stuff like Flygon, which if it sets up a Dragon Dance could be game, but I do think the Cubchoo will be able to take advantage of really all of Zen's mons, and I don't really think there's a lot that Zen will do, or can do, really, to stop Cubchoo. So Erasmus, what do you think?
I think it's probably the closest game we've kind of looked at so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are two solid players. They got a couple of solid, if kind of imperfect teams. You know, with Zen, his team just really doesn't have any good walls, honestly. You know, maybe defensive Jirachi, but that's really it. I'm not really counting Dusknoir there.
Yeah, don't.
Which, by the way, I really don't get why he made Dusknoir his Z captain. Like,
yeah, I don't really. Yeah.
That was.
Does it get
kind of an odd pick.
Z Memento is a thing.
Z Memento heals them, I guess, but is that really worth it? Yeah,
I don't know. Like,
I'm just Memento doesn't heal status, so it's not as good as you know, or wait, yeah, it doesn't heal status.
Oh, it doesn't.
So it's not as good as like Lunar Dance or Healing Wish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It doesn't help that Cub, on the other hand, has a decent defensive answer to a couple of Zen's more offensive mons. Like, Starmie can't really break through Serena. Arcanine, if he runs it offensively, can't really break through Vaporeon. Mew can just do something. We'll see what Mew winds up doing. Personally, I'm hoping for some like kind of tech set, like offensive, you know, Life Orb or Expert Belt or something.
No
we'll
promises.
See. You know, you know, that's just kind of the danger of Mew. It can do pretty much anything. Thunderous Eye, I don't have much experience with, or is that Thunderous T? That's my bad. That's Thunderous T. I don't have much experience with that, but it doesn't have the best speed tier, so I don't know.
It's 101. It's not.
I guess
terrible.
it's all right.
It's like about average. Like an offensive one.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like you said. Flygon being D-Dance is definitely pretty scary here. You know, though he does have a fairy type, he does have you know, a couple of ground immunities, or actually 3 ground immunities, but you know, always a threat. Mega Mawile can just break through Cub's team. Like, Cub has absolutely no Mon that can really stand up to Mega Mawile and, you know, really beat it 1v1, honestly. Well, you know, his Inferno could beat it 1v1, but in terms of, like, switch-ins, just no. Like, you know, Serena will get stomped, Vaporeon will get stomped, Cobalion maybe, but it has to like predict the move right. It's a tough match, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I honestly I would have difficulty calling this. Zen's kind of got, you know, a little more offense with the Mega Mawile. Cub's a little more defensive, but aside from the Mega Mawile, I don't really think either of them have really great wall breakers, and I think that's kind of a weakness of Cubs team overall. I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough match.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. I think I agree with you. I don't think I could call who would win, but I would say that it's definitely gonna be a 1 or 2 in someone's favor with wall breakers on either team, like Thundurus, Infernape, Mawile, and Starmie. Like, I really don't see this being, you know, a very, you know, wide game. I think it's going to be definitely hit for hit, and it's going to be interesting what happens. Cubchoo has just gone for a second, so he won't be able to say.
Here.
Oh wait, okay, dude. Do you have anything to say about this game?
I'm gonna win.
Oh.
No, I'm not gonna talk too much trash. Mega Mawile is scary. I have definite answers for it. God, why the fuck did we let that thing back?
I don't know.
Shit, this is the first time I'm looking at his team. That's not. Fuck it, we got a week. I don't feel bad. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be fun. For those of you keeping track at home, which is nobody, I'm 2-1 against Zen.
Got him.
So, yeah, that's all I got.
Keep the record going, right?
Keep the record, dude. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go 1 or 2 in either, and I think Erasmus, would you agree?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's just gonna be a close game, and I honestly can't tell who's gonna win here.
Yeah, whoever gets.
I'll say 6 to the Cubchoo.
Anyway, moving on. We have another game here, and this is one that I think is going to be pretty interesting because I've actually debated heavily with Joey who I think is going to win this game. We have Swagzyre versus Jax. Now, okay, at first glance, it might look that, you know, Jax kind of has the upper hand, but then you look at Swags and you're like, I don't know, you know, he has this, this, and this. So it's a pretty funny matchup. So, does anyone want to start, or will I just go ahead?
You start, because apparently you've been debating about this.
Yeah. So, originally, when I looked at the teams, I was like, Swag kind of has it, because there are mons like Raikou that, you know, Jax has problems stopping. Of course, Zygarde can come in on a Volt Switch, but dies to Hidden Power Ice, so it doesn't really matter. You know, he has stuff like Entei, which Jax doesn't have a great switch in, besides maybe Snorlax that can't swap in, you know, a few times, especially if Choice Bandit set comes. You know, Garchomp, I think, is a little less scary against Jax, because stuff like Thundurus to come in, Hidden Power Ice, stuff like Celebi, a defensive Celebi maybe. But then you have Jax, who also has stuff like Zygarde that hits everything pretty hard. Thundurus that one-shots stuff like not Snorlax, Slowbro, and Garchomp, and Togetic. And then, you know, Mimikyu, which, you know, is a weird mon. I don't know too much about it, but I know that it could, you know, pick up surprise kill against, you know, stuff like Garchomp, stuff like that. So it's gonna be weird. You guys have had a second just to think about the teams. Who do you really want to talk about it?
Real quick, who is Swag Zmon?
Swag Zmon is.
I'll look it up.
I don't know.
I'm assuming it's Garchomp.
I think it might be Raikou.
It's Garchomp.
It's Garchomp.
No,
okay.
it's Garchomp.
Okay.
It's Garchomp. Because
Okay.
just if he had Z parting shot, that helps, but he doesn't.
And what is Jack's Mon?
Yeah, Celebi. I know that off the top of my head.
Yeah, I remember Celebi.
It's. I think he said he wasn't like thinking. What's his like? He wasn't thinking when he drafted of what his Zmon would be.
Yeah.
Which. Mimikyu gets Splash, so I don't understand that necessarily.
Mimikyu gets Splash.
Yeah, Z
What?
Splash. It's a thing.
Exactly. Mimikyu gets Splash, dude. Also, I mean, Greninja's kind of cool. You know, Hydro Pump.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That's kind of cool as well.
Yeah,
that's not the topic of this video.
Well, okay, you're right.
That's
so
not the topic.
continuing.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for getting me back on track. It's definitely interesting. I'm gonna say Jax because Jack has a lot of like threats, honestly.
Mm.
I don't know, man. But the sticky webs setup with Garchomp, I think, is also something to look out for.
That's
I know
true.
you said Garchomp shouldn't be paired, but like Thundurus is the only thing I think that can effectively take on Garchomp with sticky webs.
Yeah.
Oh, and Skarm. I'm sorry, Skarmory can also, but Skarmory can't. Skarmory can just stop it. It can't like to kill it. Right. Sorry. Go.
Yeah. I actually disagree there. I think Swag definitely has the upper hand in this matchup.
Wow.
What I don't really like about Jack's team is that it doesn't have much offensive presence. Like his most threatening offensive Mon is Thundurus, and you know that's a great Mon. I love me some Thundurus, but it's not the best wall breaker. And without really good support from other offensive Mons, it has a hard time breaking through teams. Like, look at Swag's team with the Mega Slowbro. If that gets up a Calm Mind, Thundurus can't really break through it, and nothing on Jax's team can beat it 1v1, aside from the Thundurus and, like, maybe the Mimikyu if it gets lucky with rolls.
Yeah.
Mimikyu's, honestly, without a Swords Dance, Mimikyu's not too great.
No, I agree.
Or is Z Splash?
Or Z
Yeah,
Splash,
and-
exactly.
Yeah, and you know, Scald can burn through the sub, so that's not a great situation. Yeah, I think the Mega Slowbro is really just a huge hard stop for Jax's team. If Swag just sets up Stealth Rocks and wears down the Thundurus, like...
I'm interested to see. Sorry, because now I'm like actually thinking the way I should be. Greninja can actually take on
Everything.
Entei fairly well. Yeah, like everything, honestly.
That's what I was thinking.
And the one thing it has issues with is a Combine Slover, but at that point, it's not crazy to run Toxic on like a 1 or 2 different Mons to whittle it down, because it doesn't have leftovers. I don't think anything gets healed well.
It's really
on this
funny,
team.
because I was just about to say that I think Jax is the matchup, but then I thought also a Calm Mind Raikou could also kind of... Oh my god, this is actually a weird game. This is a
Okay.
weird game. Does anyone want to call? I don't even know who's gonna win, honestly. I think it
I'm
comes
gonna
down to
say-
the 6 they bring.
I'm gonna say 2-0 Swag. Garchomp is a huge threat to Jax's team, especially under webs. Slowbro hard walls almost all of Jax's team, and if it gets up a Calm Mind, it kind of just does wall Jax's team. You know, webs are always threatening. Raikou's actually got a pretty decent matchup because it takes on stuff like Skarmory and Greninja. Funny story. I really doubt he would bring it, but Swadloon is surprisingly bulky.
I'll look at the stats right now.
Yeah, Kraft. So I'm Kraft's co-coach for the AML, and in his last game, he went up against an E-Violate Swadloon, and his Mon did like 12 to it. It was really weird.
Poor
We were both
Kraft.
shocked.
Poor Kraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got 90 base defense, 80 special defense,
Really?
with 55 HP.
Holy fuck.
Hold on, what does Leavanny have then? Jesus, does Leavanny have less?
Levan is less,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Leavanny has less. Jesus Christ. All right.
Yeah, so that thing under an E-Violet is basically a Toxapex with a worse typing.
That's a great Zygarde switch in.
Yeah, because that 4 times resist ground.
Dude, this is a weird matchup. I'm gonna call a 3-0 to Swag. That's not like a knock on anyone's playstyle, of course. This is just purely based on team matchup. But I think that Swag, if he brings like Choice Specs Raikou, Choice Banner Entei with Sticky Web, and then maybe, you know, Hail on Sandslash, I don't know, something weird. I think Jax doesn't really have the bulk to take it on. And, you know, stuff like Celebi's one-shot by Entei, stuff like stuff like Skarmory's one-shot by Raikou. And I was going to say, you know, we brought up Greninja, how it, like, destroys everything, but under webs, it can't. And if it's not Life Orb, if it's like Choice Scarf to
But he also has the best defogger in the game.
But that's an easy switch into Raikou.
Wait, who are you saying is the best defogger in the game?
How dare you?
Skarm?
I mean,
Aw,
Skarm is
man.
decent, but it's not great.
Beanie is definitely the best defogger in the game.
Beanie is, yeah, I think, yeah. Dude, stand up for your own mom.
Feeny doesn't have recovery.
I mean, Feeny single-handedly made Volcarona one of the best mobs this gen.
Fair.
Like,
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be a weird matchup, but I think I am gonna give it to Swag. Erasmus, you gave it to Swag as well. Cubchoo, who do you think's gonna win?
I'm flip-flop. I've been flip-flopping. I'm gonna say Jax though. I'm gonna say 2 out of Jax. Just something about the offense, how it meshes together. I think can fit a hole through Swag's team.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game. This is gonna be definitely a game that I'm gonna be looking at.
That's not the most confident though. Honestly, if either wins, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Like it's not like a surprising win if, you know, it's not an upset either way.
Yeah, it's gonna be a weird one. Definitely keep an eye out for this one, guys. The next match we have is your boy Yodeler versus your boy Kraft. And let me just say, we should probably just move on because Kraft lost. Because Excadrill literally 1v1s his entire team. He's no switch-ins. You get the Sand Rush. It's GG. So, does anyone have anything to say?
Defensive, whatchamacallit, what's it, the owl, the Decidueye, I guess.
Ironhead.
I guess.
How much does Ironhead do to a defensive Decidueye? Let me
Probably
check.
like 35%, I would guess.
Yeah, I'd say 40.
It's just, I think...
I mean, Durant with superpower can tank a hit.
Yeah, it's a really, really skewed matchup.
Oh shit, nah, Ironhead 2 at KOs, yeah, it's GG.
Wow.
So to be fair, if we're gonna expect anyone to like bullshit team build over something, it's Kraft.
Yeah.
But damn. Okay, good luck, buddy.
Chocoberry Jolteon, let's go. Livin. I don't.
Chocoberry Jolteon probably still dies to an earthquake.
It probably definitely 100% still dies actually.
Air Balloon Jolteon.
Air Balloon Jolteon, let's go. I just think like we've only talked about Excadrill to be honest, but there's still Shaman. She has very, very few switch-ins besides like Mach, which Earth Power, which dies. Haxorus, which could get a kill every time it comes in with like Outrage Poison Jab.
Yeah, Haxorus is never.
And even mons like
Even
Umbreon.
Heracross.
Yeah, even mons like Umbreon, which Kraft can't kill. You know, it's that kind of game.
Yep.
I'm gonna give it 5 out of Yodeler. 5 out of Yodeler. No joke. 5 out of Yodeler.
Delphox can't do much in this game because of Muck, but it's a good mon usually.
Exactly.
I was
and
actually
my argument to that
myself.
is that he might not bring Muck because Muck loses to everything else.
In which case, Delphox actually would do a ton of work.
That's
That's
the weird thing,
the
right?
Decidueye,
It's weird. It's a very weird matchup. Erasmus.
I could very much see Kraft bring Durant actually. So.
Oh yeah, I think he will as well. Yeah. I mean, it beats Shaman and Granville. It's pretty good.
I'm saying 4-0 Yodeler. Yodeler.
Erasmus, what do you think?
I gotta think about this for a second.
Really
Because I
powered
will
through
also
with the
probably
Yodeler.
the one helping Kraft to prep for this, so.
Zen usually helps me team build, so I'm very stranded this week.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
If it's anything below 3-0 to Yodeler, I'm gonna be surprised. Or a 3-0 to Kraft if Kraft pulls some bullshit.
No, if Kraft wins, it's not gonna be like by a lot.
I mean,
This
Calm
is
Mind.
not. Well, this is
Calm
like I
Mind
know
is
there's battles where
I
it's
will say-
like, if you win, you like sweep, but I don't
I will
see a
say
sweep
one
on
thing we
Craft.
haven't talked about is the fact that Mega Chomper does eat a hit and then can kill Extra Drill, which would stop the Sandwich sweep.
Fair. Fair. And Yoler doesn't have any
So-
switches to Garchomp, but it's kind of easily
He
revenged.
definitely does.
So I don't know.
I mean, is there such a thing as a switch in Mega Garchomp with
Probably
like
not.
what,
Yes.
175 attack?
I mean,
Use
I
Mega
think
Garchomp is.
Hippowdon might be able to
somehow
take
underwhelming.
2 after leftovers. Slack
I mean,
on.
Shaman resists, so I mean, I'd start there.
I mean, Mega Chomp's only bad because it's slower. Like, other than that, it's fantastic.
Probably. Yeah, probably. Erasmus, do you want to give it a score or do you want to say Yoler wins? Because I think, let's be honest.
Yeah. So okay, Mega Garchomp.
It's hard to
is the
say,
one
but
thing
I think Yodeler's probably more likely to win here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it 2-0 Yodeler.
Fair.
It's fair.
Cub, would you have to say anything?
I said 4-0 before.
Oh yeah, cool. Alright. So, yeah, well, yeah, Craft, you're fucked so. Anyway, moving on to the next game. We have Infinite versus Dorak. This is
Oh, darn, I skipped
the
him.
game that I'm looking forward to the most. Only because each teams have like these mons that get a kill every single time they come in. But they have to play each other. It's just a really, really weird matchup. Dorak versus Infinite is definitely, I'm going to call it now, match of the week. Match of the week, my friends. So, does anyone want to start?
Okay.
So Infinite probably has the best team in the league, just in my opinion.
One of them, yeah.
Some really solid cores. He has not a single bad mon. Every single one of his mons can do some good work, even Chatot, because of confusion spam. And that is just really important in terms of just, versatility, just because you never really know what he's going to bring. Because, with most of our teams, it's like, okay, we're going to bring basically the same 3 or 4 mons every time, and then just like a couple tech things. With him, he can really switch it up. Doruk also has a team that's very nearly as versatile. Don't sweat on stuff like Mudsdale. Rabombi at tier 4 was a steal because that thing with like something like a Sash Quiver Dance that is really threatening. I could honestly see that doing a lot of work versus Infinite's team if he can take out Mamoswine, for example. It's not going to be an easy match for either player.
Yeah.
Celesteela is also a big threat versus Infinite's team, just because the only thing that really deals with it is Chandelure, and that's, can get worn down by Stealth Rocks.
And Raichu.
And, I don't know, it's going to be tough.
It's going to be a weird game. Cubchoo, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, like even like Doruk has the Golem with Magniful, but like that's even weird since these are like more neutral and then it's fine. I believe it outspeeds. So like even weird things like that. A mon that that's underestimated, honestly, is Alamomola. If you I'm biased. I've used Alamomola, so like honestly it's full potential. But just keeping the entire team alive with witches. So that's like something like Ethan has to look out for, especially because he doesn't have. Well, I don't know. It's hard to call this one. I'm trying to like give more specifics, but honestly,
The big
they're
thing for
both
me
good teams.
is that if Infinite doesn't bring Alolan Raichu, he has no single mon that will easily beat Alomomola plus Celesteela core. Besides maybe a
Okay.
Calm Mind Sylveon, which is the big thing for me. And even if he does that, I mean, Mudsdale can come in and just Assault Vest or whatever. Then you have stuff like Roserade that can take hit from Virizion, one shot, outspeeds Mamoswine bar Choice Scarf, outspeeds Chandelure bar Choice Scarf, Sylveon bar Choice Scarf, Scizor by a Choice Scarf.
Something worth mentioning too is that Mamoswine, which often just wrecks teams, like for example my team, Mamoswine can actually beat every single one of my mons.
I'm the same.
Doruk has the best Mamoswine counter in the game in Buzzwole.
Yeah, I agree. It's gonna be a weird game. This is good. This is a pretty what's the word?
I'm not gonna say it's a weird game. I'm gonna say it's actually a good game. You know, like a weird game is one like a weird matchup. I think like the matchups here are fairly just whoever can actually predict it's not weird matchups. Does that make sense?
Yeah. The reason I said it was weird is because Doric has certain mons that destroy Infinite's team, but Infinite has certain mons that destroy Doric's team. So that's why I said it was weird. Even so, I'm gonna do a bold prediction. I'm gonna say a 4-0 to Doric, because fuck you, Infinite. You're sucking dick. Erasmus, Cubchoo, anyone want to jump in with a bold prediction?
I say 2-0 Doric. Infinite has an absolutely amazing team, but I think Doric going up against him in week 1 just has some mons that really counter some of his best mons. Mega Alakazam, also we haven't really talked about, is really threatening for Infinite. So
yeah,
unless he brings like Kamala. Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's tough, but I think Doric has a slight edge here.
Honestly, Doric, but very close. Like 2 over 1.
Cool. Yeah. It's gonna be a fun game. I think it's whoever uses, first of all, gets momentum. You know, if Infinite's constantly attacking Doric, I think Doric will eventually lose the game. But if Doric is able to systematically wall each mon, I don't think there's a lot Infinite can do. But you never know. You never know.
This is a weird prediction. I want to say like in like a scarf mon, like a surprise scarf, something you wouldn't think would get it, like Roserade or something like that. A weird mon like that is gonna get a first kill, and that just will snowball. It's like some weird stat to snowball down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We didn't even talk about Dermaniton as well, which I know, sure, Seismitoad comes in, but like you turn out and go on a Roserade and get another kill. So I feel like the Doric has a slight edge, but we'll have to see what happens.
Good luck to both of you.
Good luck, man. Good luck. So moving on to the I believe the last game. Almost finished here. We finally have the last game. Zach versus Riolu. Zach, Erasmus, I think you said that the best Firewater Grass core was Mega Venusaur, Melodic, Rotom Heat. Fucking counter argument. I think Tapu Bulu, Heatran, Suicune, I think might be a little bit better, but that's just my opinion. Zach versus Riolu should definitely be one of the weirdest games. I'm using weird a lot. I'm gonna stop using the word weird. I think it's gonna be one of the hardest to predict.
Most interesting.
Because we've never seen him play. The same as Farouk. We don't know how he plays. We don't know if he's fantastic and he'll just wreck Zach, which I hope he does because that'd be funny. Or what happens. But it's an interesting matchup. Does anyone want to start?
I'll be straight up. I'll be straight up, Riolu. I hate your team.
Yeah.
You have 5 water types. I'm gonna look something up real quick.
Stop roasting this man. All right.
No, it's fine.
You really feel, Cub?
Yeah. Stop lying.
No, because it's 5 water types. It's 3 psychic types, and like, oh, it doesn't matter. But here's a fucking Alakazam, and then like, alright, those poison types are shit now because they get knocked out. They get all covered by fucking Alakazam.
Yeah, it's. See, okay.
You know, or Zydog. Like either way, like they're fucked now.
Yeah. Zach has certain mons, for example, like Fortress, which Riolu finds very, very hard to kill because he has no stab fire type. The best he has is Nidoqueen with...
especially in the rain.
Especially in the rain. Actually, yeah, good point. And then, Riolu does have Nidoqueen, which does, burst Ultra Zach's team, but then he just brings in something like Zygarde, or even Alakazam or Mega Absol and just destroys it. So, I feel like...
Does what you call it, Crobat get Whirlwind?
It does indeed.
Does, okay. Well, if Zach can just get rid of Crobat, then Suicune just wins. Like, look at Crocoon, look at Riolu's team.
Yeah, I mean, if Manaphy sets up the tail glows first, but I don't know. Maybe like a bulky Manaphy set with tail glow could definitely pop holes for Zach's team. Enough bulk to take hits from Zygarde and Absol, stuff like that. But I don't even think that's possible, so it's gonna be a weird matchup.
Yeah, what did Riolu pick as his Zmon?
His Zmon is...
Blastoise.
Not Manaphy.
Yeah.
It's your Dance. Huh.
I believe, what's
Yeah,
Zach?
Zach can kind of just have a Scarf Bulu in the back and it just takes care of Manaphy as a threat. He can always revenge kill it.
You know,
Like, what on Riola's team wants to take a Scarf Woodhammer? Nothing.
Yeah, like Beedrill and Crobat are the only ones that quad resist it, and they're both beaten single-handedly by Fortress. So what does that kind of say? It's gonna be tougher for Riolo to get a good score or even good win. I don't really see a win with this team. I think the matchup's too bad. I'm gonna give it a 4-0 to Zach. Cubchoo, what do you think?
5-0 Zach.
And Erasmus?
I'm gonna say 4-0 Zach.
Oh, okay. So Riolu, obviously, best of luck to you, dude. Hopefully, you do well in your first game. I really do hope you do well. Just watch out for certain things, and as goes for everyone playing this week. Good luck, guys. It's gonna be a really, really fun week. Week 1 of the Pick'em Cruise is officially over. Thank you, Cubchoo and Erasmus, for joining me.
Real quick, I just want to say this is honestly like the most stacked like season we've had with just like the battlers.
Oh yeah,
and
absolutely.
We got some solid ass people, I gotta say.
Yeah,
It's
we
gonna
do.
be tough.
We do. So this season of the ELYSIAN League, I think it's going to be the most competitive league or season we've ever had in the ELYSIAN League, and especially with the matchups, the teams you've seen today, it's going to be a lot of fun. If you guys are excited for that, make sure to heavy slam the like button down below first. Go over to Joey's channel for his battle against me, and obviously come back here on Saturday or Sunday for my battle against Joey. Go over to Cubchoo. Are you going to upload your game against Zen?
Yeah.
So definitely go over
see, everything goes to shit. I'll be doing that.
Yeah,
Not even though you got a YouTube channel, honestly.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
You're working on it. Link to everyone's channels will be down below. That includes Cubchoo's, Zilix. Zilix will have his battle against Demonic, and Joey's and Cubchoo's and Zilix. I think Craft might do as well. I'm not gonna link Craft because fuck Craft.
Is Sorsen doing anything? Do you know?
I don't believe he is. I think he's I think he might be helping Doric team prep. That might be a
okay. Like I know he's not battling, but you know if he's doing anything for the league.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting season. Hopefully you guys are back next week for week 2. I don't know who we're going to have in the Pick'em Cruise next week. We might have Cubchoo and Rasmus back for, later in the, season. But we're going to try to have new people on every week. We'll see what happens. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. And with that being said, have yourselves a wonderful day. And bye-bye.